Yes, how long until this gets finished?
During a recent St. Johns County Commissioners meeting, Krista Joseph pressed for answers about when the State Road 16 widening project would be finished. Liz Ryan has our top story.
This was the response from the Planning and Environmental Manager for DOT, Jamie Driggers.
We are still in the early phases of development. It's just a matter of partnership opportunities.
Like years? How many years? Come on.
It's the right-of-way acquisition, typically you see 2 years, 3 years minimum. And then from there, it's just acquiring construction funding.
This is about a 6-mile project just west of the IGP intersection to just west of the I-95 interchange. Driggers described the scope of the project.
It's essentially a 2 to 4 lane widening project. At this time, we do not need right-of-way to build the roadway infrastructure. We're only going to need to require right-of-way for the ponds. The current projected cost estimate is $279 million total.
Commissioner Christian Whitehurst asked for a very specific breakdown of the costs.
You said a 6-mile widening project is $279 million. My math says that's $46.5 million per mile. We recently watched a meeting where at that time the widening project was going to cost us $5 million a mile, and that was back in 2018. Can you talk about how some of the costs have been increasing?
It's related to obviously material pricing and just competition in that industry. It's all competition based, so if there's a select number of vendors, then you're dependent upon that. So, and just the demand from us from a statewide perspective. And I've once again got to brag. I mean, St. Johns County in itself, you have a very big program. We're all competing for the same resources.
There was a public meeting to discuss this project in February, and there'll be another chance to have your voice heard about it.
We intend to go back to the public for a hearing in the fall. At that point, we'll wrap up our project development phase. The next step would be the design elements.
For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. And what of traffic in St. Johns County? Karen Johnson has more.
With so many visitors to the St. Johns area on a regular basis, even after major holidays, public safety, especially traffic, is a major concern. More from Tara Wiles, Director of the General Services Division, St. Johns County Sheriff's Office.
In 2023, we have 5,800 crashes that were reported to our agency in the county, which sounds like a lot, but when you compare that you have over 7 million visitors a year to this county, none of whom know where they're going, that's really a pretty good percentage. But those are the reported crashes, and we also know there's a lot of crashes that are not reported as well.
She has some common sense tips to keep that number moving downward.
When you get in the car to drive to go somewhere, plan where you're going. Think about where you're going, keep your head in the game, use your GPS, but try not to make unexpected stops, and always think that person in front of you is going to make an unexpected stop. You know what you're doing, but think that nobody else on the road does. And you will be a safer driver for it.
Commissioner Christian Whitehurst also shared some statistics at the meeting.
We learned from DOT that their statistic from 2015 was that over 93% of crashes are a result of excessive speeding, going through intersections after the red light, changing lanes, distracted driving.
Commissioner Whitehurst. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Wondering how you can make a difference this Earth Day? Well, here's how.
St. Johns County Solid Waste Outreach Coordinator Matthew Denny wants you to get hooked on Earth Day.
Earth Day is Saturday, April 20th. Denny says they're hosting a special event from 9 to noon at Tillman Ridge in Elkton.
We're partnering with local organizations to offer free electronics recycling and paper shredding services for St. Johns County residents. There'll also be a donation station for gently used clothes and household items. And make sure to bring your kids because we'll also have a food truck, educational booths, fun activities, and a chance to touch some trucks. So we're going to have police vehicles, helicopters, airboats, garbage trucks, and much more.
Denny says it's all part of the county's anti-littering campaign.
Captain Reducio, the face of our campaign, will be there for photo ops. We'll also be signing people up at our booth for our Adopt a Road program, educating about sustainability and litter prevention, and coordinating multiple litter cleanups that weekend with our active Adopt a Road groups.
You can find details on the event online at recyclestjohns.com. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.